Good evening, everyone. I'm Lissy Bastian. Thanks for staying with us. Leader of the opposition, Philip Davis, tabled a resolution of no confidence in Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis. Mr. Davis yesterday said that Dr. Minnis knowingly, intentionally, and deliberately misled the House of Assembly. The resolution states, "We ask that in their deliberations, House members uphold ancient tradition, convention, and precedent of these hallowed chambers by placing the honor and integrity of this honorable House above partisan politics and a cult of personality." This action by Mr. Davis, the Member of Parliament for Cat Island, Rumkey, and San Salvador, stems from statements made by Dr. Minnis and the Member of Parliament for St. Anne's, Brent Simonet, in October last year over the lease of the Town Centre Mall for the General Post Office. Mr. Davis added that the Prime Minister deliberately misled the House when he said Mr. Simonet was not involved in the discussions, negotiations, and/or the decision concerning the lease or its terms. The resolution also states that Mr. Simonet publicly admitted during a nationally televised interview following his resignation from cabinet that he was intimately involved in discussions with the Prime Minister on the matter. Former Senate Vice President Dr. Mildred Hall Watson's now been elected the new Senate President, taking the place of former President K. Forbes Smith. Nominating Dr. Hall Watson was Leader of Government Business Attorney General Carl Bethel, who said Dr. Hall Watson moved to the front rank of persons who, through the political process, have given their time, energy, and talent in the political arena. Additionally, he noted that she now joins the list of females who served as President of the Upper Chamber.
I've known her most of my life. She has always been an astute, how should I say, participant in the political process, never hitherto coming to the fore, but always deeply committed in everything she says and does towards improving the welfare of the Bahamian people.
In accepting the new position, the new Senate President said she will do her utmost best to uphold and maintain the high and exemplary standards that the office demands. She further admonished her fellow senators to again commit to performing their duties with enthusiasm, wisdom, and truth.
In doing so, we actualize and emulate our oath of office. And although we speak from different perspectives, our objectives are the same. We want the best for our fellow citizens because it is because of them and on behalf of them that we are here. In quoting Nelson Mandela, let our choice of words reflect our hopes and not our fears. Our fears is one of the most important emotions that we express, but sometimes it takes us down the wrong road.
Taking Dr. Hall Watson's place as Senate Vice President is noted attorney Wanian Dorset. The resignation of former Senate President K. Forbes Smith was announced last Sunday, as she is now the Managing Director of the Bahamas Disaster Reconstruction Authority. The newest member to the Senate sworn in today, addressing the Senate for the first time, Lisa Bostwick Dean, noted that her reluctance to serve came as a result of having grown up on the front line of the political battlefield.
It recently became clear that some legislative changes may be the best way to bring about further changes that need to be made with regard to the prosecution of juveniles. In each of the juvenile cases, it was confirmed to me that all of the initial concerns that I had were significant contributing factors that resulted in juveniles coming into contact with the law in the first place. These include the breakdown of the family and all that results from that dysfunction, the need to make changes to our education system, the need to make some changes to the legal system, which in some cases criminalize youth rather than rehabilitate or assist them.
The new senator also dedicated a large chunk of her address to her passion, juvenile justice, as she says children around the Bahamas are not being afforded the protection laid out in the Child Protection Act.
I witnessed firsthand that to step forward to serve meant that those on the other side would seek to tear you apart limb by limb. For having the audacity to try to make a difference and for speaking for the people. The blows inflicted inflicted on my parents did not just land on them. Those blows landed on us, their children. And as a result, it was until now that I determined that it was better to try and make a difference from the sideline rather than from the front line.
Attorney General Carl Bathel, congratulating Mrs. Bostwick Dean, spoke to the importance of families to democracy as Mrs. Dean comes from a family who left their mark in the political arena. This as her appointment was met with much criticism from the opposition, who claimed the Bostwick family held too many political positions in the country. Mrs. Bostwick Dean further opined that she hopes to use her new platform to speak to issues that are of direct concern for her. Progressive Liberal Party Chairman Fred Mitchell is not having it with the government making jokes of police changing statements in the Shane Gibson investigation and not taking it seriously. He particularly had harsh words for the Attorney General for his handling of Gibson's and former PLP Senator Frank Smith's trial. The chairman went on to disagree with National Security Minister Marvin Dames, who defended Assistant Superintendent Deborah Thompson and Commissioner of Police Anthony Ferguson, as the minister commented recently that their integrity is impeccable. Mitchell went on to call their actions irregular, unethical, and possibly unlawful. To the senator, this is more than politicians on trial, but a miscarriage of justice, which is what he wants the public to understand. Gibson was cleared of all charges of bribery alleged by contractor Jonathan Ash. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.
This segment of the news was brought to you by Alive.